right. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, family.
Hello.
All right, all
Hello.
right, all right. We got everybody with us. We having a special, if you want to say, the month of July. We are having the guests to come in and be with us. One of the things that we did was to start this out. I said, did we have any volunteers? So I am trying to keep it in house if possible, and those of us that are together at the assembly, and we can be able to share. So it looks like, see it that we're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to recruit. I'm gonna put in recruiting.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, pre-recruiting and that, and so we are thinking that this is something that we want to do. I wanted to pull this up again. All right, something that we wanted to do is all this month, and I think closer to the end of the month, we'll talk a little bit about our Hebrew scroll, and then we'll maybe have the first graduate of our school as well, or we may have all of them together in that time. By that time comes, so we're just going to just kind of enjoy one another, and most of all, to give some testimonials type things against the things of the Father, and just enjoy those. We want to be able to enjoy these things and enjoy one another, and then hopefully that somebody can be built up and encouraged from our discussing on tonight. And so again,
Good job.
we have something special. We had to fly in. She came in on her private jet, and joining us from afar. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Joining us, and so the focus, of course, would be we're not going to just get you out there, but we're going to participate in some of these questions that we have for you, and hopefully those that come in and come on this whole month, we will begin to encourage one another and just how we feel. We just got out of a situation where we was talking about honesty, right? And one of the things of being honest, I was thinking about even on this week, is always be careful. And I think I mentioned it at the assembly as well. Always be careful about when you get ready to be honest. We need to think about how to do it in wisdom. So if you at a place where you wasn't always honest with a situation, then once you begin, then you want to think about what you're getting ready to do if it involves other people, because one of the things was to start with yourself. And I didn't think I put that in there, but I did think about that, and it's so much to that. Whatever subject that you have, whatever topic you have, you could never exhaust all of the things that you could say, or all of those things. So it's always a continual growing situation in that. So, to our special guest, you want to just open up and whatever that you have on your heart, if you want to tell us your name and everything, and we'll get going.
Um, my name is Tazion,
All
and
right.
I'm glad I'm on here. That's all.
Yeah. We glad you're here too. We glad you. Who is that fella next to you?
Myself, you know.
No, see it. Is that see it?
Oh yeah.
Can you
Okay.
hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. And you are. Who are you? Are you see it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I am. Sorry. I was
Uh,
trying not to joke. You got me. I was trying to contain the funny bone. But yes, sir. My name's Sid. I
okay.
I'm up here in Temple right now. So
Oh, okay. All right. All right. So we always in a remote situation trying to come together and share with one another. Is that right?
yes, sir.
That's always good. So, Zion, what we want to do, sis, we want to open up with a couple of questions and maybe to share with one another. And then you are a young adult, and we starting out with the young adults, and to just see your walk. And you have a special place in my heart, of course. You have been with us a long time, far as the young adults are concerned, right? And we have so many precious ones that are there, but you have been someone just even extra special in that. So we do appreciate you and thank you for your walk and thank you for your life. And you have turned into an awesome young lady, and we appreciate you at the assembly, and I appreciate you as well. What are
Thank
some of the
you.
most? Yes, yes, okay. Do you believe that? Was I honest?
Yeah,
All right. What are some of the most challenges you may face during your journey, and how did you overcome them?
um, I would say it really started when I started working because I
Hmm.
was homeschooled, or I am homeschooled, so I'm usually in the house a lot, and I wasn't really connected with, I want to say, the world, as we would put it, because I was kind of at home. The only experience I kind of had was probably middle school.
Okay.
But I would say once I started working, it kind of got really real for me because I was starting to meet people and different personalities, and I felt like I had to change kind of who I was to fit in with them instead of walking in my own truth. So I think that
Oh
was one of
yeah,
the biggest challenges I had.
yeah, yeah. Oh man, that's honest. What do you think about you, brother Sid?
In terms of what are my challenges,
Yeah. Well, what are some of
or
the challenges that you might encounter with your walk with the Most High on this journey, and then that you overcome?
yes, sir. I'd say one of the hardest challenges was acknowledging that the walk is not just about knowledge and information and doctrine. It wasn't just about how much of the scriptures you know or what context it's in. It always boiled down into, well, what I learned. The challenge was putting it into action. That's what the challenge was. The challenge was turning what you know into what you do. So that was a big challenge for me because before that, my faith walk was just, it was just that, possessing information, possessing knowledge, possessing the right, quote unquote, right ideas about what the word says, or about what the topics in the word was. So the challenge was living it out and learning how to
Hmm.
live it out. So putting it into practice was definitely something I had not even considered, because all of the circles that, not all of them, but majority of what I was exposed to was only about information, and it was really just grand debates and pretty much some particular forum on, I'm going to share this idea and then that person shares theirs. So it was always easy to fit in with that. The challenge came with, okay, remember the Sabbath and do it. Honor the Levitical laws there in chapter 11 of Leviticus, like, and do it. Eat right, honor your father and your mother, respect, the community, give, all those things. The whole really treating others the way you want to be treated, that was difficult because I never knew what to base that on. So having a standard was difficult. The other challenges I faced was in this walk, having people to walk it out with is necessary, and it was so difficult to find that like-mindedness or that brotherhood or sisterhood that comes with serving the Most High and the authority of the Messiah. And there's a lot of different flavors out there, and it was very challenging to find a place to grow, in terms of the walk.
All right, okay. To Zion, can you share a specific moment or experience that profoundly impact your life?
Um, yeah, so this kind of took place around, I want to say, before I started working. I think this
Hmm.
is one of the biggest impacts of my life was when I felt I felt really alone. I felt like I didn't know who I was at that point. So I did a lot of bad things, and ultimately it got me in a pretty big trouble with my parents. And I did go live with my grandma for a little bit. So I want to say that was probably one of the biggest moments of my life, because I want to say that's the break between me becoming the person I am now if I didn't have that experience. So I would say that really affected me in a lot of different ways, good and bad. But I want to say mostly good, because the character development for sure is high on my list. So,
Yeah, yeah.
and that's actually the event that introduced me to the Hebrew lifestyle as well. So
Yes, yeah, absolutely. And that's that begin to really shape your perspective on things too, huh?
yes.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, all right. I think that you know I could say the same thing. There are experiences that we have that sometimes impact our life more than others. You know, but we need those in order for us to make the necessary adjustments and all of those things and get it and be able to go in the right direction and the way that you handle those, especially being younger. I think that the effects of the maturity of where we are when we have different trials and different things really impacts how we share with one another and how we develop. You know, and so that is a powerful situation in that. What are some of the lessons that you might have learned on this journey and being in covenant with the Most High, and that kind of stood out to you?
Some lessons during like the journey of me being Hebrew.
Yes, uh huh.
Oh, well, I want to say number one is probably honoring my father and my mother.
Yeah,
That's the thing, like, you can always say,
right.
"Oh, I honor my parents," but, like,
Hmm.
truly honoring them and respecting them and listening to what they need to say and taking it into your heart instead of wanting to fight them on it is one of the
Hmm.
biggest lessons that I learned, am still learning as well.
Right, right.
I would say that, also honesty and being true to yourself, that's something that I'm still kind of I learned, but I'm still well, it's an everyday thing. That's something that you can't really be like, got it, done. I think that's something that you continue to build and develop every day as you're going. Um, so I'll say those are two pretty big things that I've definitely took into my heart.
Hmm.
And being true to his word, I want to
Yes.
say is a big one. Um, Probably could be studying it more to get a true understanding. That's something
Hmm.
that, like I said, I'm still working on, but I feel like now at this point, I'm starting to get it. I have a desire to get it, and I just want to continue every day to walk and honor Father also.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And I think that like you were saying, I feel the same way if I was thinking about different situations that I go through. And like you said, one of the big one is honoring your parents.
Yeah.
I think all of us then had that struggle with the parent situation, and to get it at your age, then it's really important, and that others may hear it also. That somebody else may be listening to this and realize that it is anything that we do with the Father is a process, and the thing is to get in and just get wet. It's sort of like the swimming pool. I was thinking that you guys had a swimming pool, and one of the things is you can stand on the outside, but if you never get in the water, you'll never get wet, right? So the
Yeah.
important thing is to get in the water. And sometimes people are so scared about getting into the water. Maybe they cannot swim, right? And so sometimes they're so scared about getting into the water. And once they get into the water, then once they get wet, you have to experience the water. You have to experience and then get the instructions on how to swim. But if a person never get in the water, you never you'll never know what to do in that. I remember one time I was even on the swimming team, and I think I had came in third place. I had a third place, a second place, or something like that. But one of the things is, even though you know how to swim, you know all of the things that you should do. Sometimes it's still water get in your nose. You swallow water and all of that. So all of those things are there. But I think one of the things that you said that really touched my heart is the fact that you are in the water and you recognize, and now you're learning how to swim in that, and that's the same thing with all of us. One of the things that people are try to do is when they jump in, if somebody's drowning and you can't swim, and then you try to jump in and save them. And sometimes we have a lot of people that just want to jump in the water and save them, but they can't swim themselves. So what's really really important and what you're expressing today is, if somebody's listening to this, just get in the water and begin to swim, and I think it'll start working out for you, and you'll see all of the strokes and all of those things, that will happen, and they will continue to do that. What about you, my brother? Did you hear that, or did I need to repeat it?
Oh, I heard you.
Okay.
In terms of your response to what TZ was saying,
Mm-hmm.
I like what she was saying as well, and even what you brought out. I do believe our fear definitely impacts our walk. And in terms of that, I mean the things you're afraid of, like you were saying with the water. Sometimes we have a preconceived notion that things are going to go bad,
Mm-hmm.
and if we act on that, it may stop us from truly immersing ourselves in what it actually is. Like when it comes to the walk, I believe a lot of people, there's a lot of rumor, and sometimes the rumor is greater than um, I could say someone's own curiosity. So they won't want to go figure it out because of the rumors. But I really think if we just trust and begin this process, like Zion had said, it'll reap the right rewards.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. All right. All right. This is good. This is moving right along, and I'm telling you, I'm getting powered up. Um
Yeah,
so, huh? What
pretty.
if you have any, of course, what individual role model who influenced your path of walking in this Hebraic walk that provided some guidance for you along the way?
Man,
And I know
I
it's
was,
more than one person, or something like that, but and it can be it's individuals with an S or however, people that might have influenced you in that, or what was it that they influenced you with in order to continue this walk?
I want to say my first big influence, of course, would be my mother,
Hmm.
because she technically chose this before the rest of us did. Like I knew of it, and I knew it was the right walk to go in, but I was still kind of like, a lot of things. I was like, do I really want to do that? So watch my mom. I'm talking about like letting go all her past friends,
Yeah.
family, anybody who had an issue with it. She just kind of like, I'm good. This is it. Like I'm gone, guys. I gotta do this. I feel it in my heart. That was the biggest inspiration. I was like, okay, she can do it. I can do it for sure.
Yeah.
And a newer role model I would want to say is Nathalie,
Hmm.
because she's a young adult. Like she's not too far from my age. I want to say like 4 or 5 year difference. She's not that far, and to see her navigate as well around that age, and then still obeying Father Yah without being in the midst of her parents, and she's on her own. That's also a really big inspiration because I'm about to be on my own soon, and I'm a little nervous, but seeing her walk it out and live it out as well is inspiring to me.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. That's beautiful. It's beautiful. What about you, there, Sid?
Oh yeah. So as far as the walk is concerned, what has been such a constant inspiration to me is just really having a teacher.
Hmm.
So having a teacher has taught me about being accountable. It has taught me that the community, that, being a part of something is greater than being just, a solo individual, and how much the commands that the Father has given us are dependent upon a community. And all those things have come through having a teacher. So as far as the walk is concerned, the that's been great inspiration, and that's you, by the way. So it's definitely
Yeah.
been, it is really changed my life to see diligence and dedication and just a real desire to not just say you love the Father, but show it by the way you serve the community, by the way you listen to the Most High. It's really changed a lot of the way I see what people say walking out the belief really is. So that has definitely impacted me and showed me how I want to be as a man and how I want to be as a son of the Father and a brother to my brothers. It's really changed the way I see myself and changed the way I see a lot of things. And it's truly been a blessing just to learn from you and to see everything that the Father's done in your life and have hope for what He can also do in me, my life.
Absolutely. Okay. All right. That's good, and I think you guys made some awesome statements there, and it is real good, and I think the always uh, feeling prepared, to do those things, to Zion. Have you seen where the Father has kind of, like you had mentioned, put different people in your life at certain times that kind of helped you get through different situations?
Absolutely.
Hmm.
Absolutely.
And
Um,
go ahead. Hmm.
oh, sorry. Go ahead. I'll finish.
No, 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 no. I was just gonna add to that. Go ahead though.
Oh, I was gonna say yes. In times where I'm in doubt about like what I'm doing or how I'm going about it, it'll be like people even at the assembly, whether it's the assembly or I'm out in public or even going to that event with the Hebrews. I was kind of like, man, this is insane. Like you don't realize the answer you can get from just people that you never thought you were going to meet or never thought you were going to see. So it kind of feels good to know that, like, Yahweh's looking out for us. Like, He's not going to just leave us hanging.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that that's good. And because I see that there have been times that I may not know or see what's coming, and then somebody come in my life and enhances my life, you know. And you guys that's here today was part of that, part of enhancing my life. So I might not have seen it several years ago, and I'm just using that as because you've been with us a long. I'm just saying, I may not seen it in my life before, but I see it now. And most times we don't need something until it is that time that we need it, you know. And all the rest of the time is the preparation for when that becomes in our life, whatever that is. We're fill in the blank in that. But whether it's our walk, whether we talking, all of those things can fill in, and I'm grateful for that. And so you walk in that way, and even you had even mentioned that you are in a place of transition now, and I think even one day in the future is something like marriage or something on your table, or is that something that you want to do, look forward to, and even are you preparing yourself for that?
Yes, actually, probably a little earlier than everyone is expecting. When I do talk to people, they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm like, oh, I want to marry young." Like, I'm not. It's some people like, why? That's weird. But for me, I don't see why waiting long to
Right,
you
right.
know. But as far as preparing myself, yes, that's something that I'm working on every day. I don't feel like I'll be entirely perfect when my husband finds me, but I will know that what I'm doing now, what I'm learning now, and what I'm, heeding the warnings from my parents and everyone around me giving me advice and stuff, I know that I will be ready to say yes. And
Hmm.
then me and him can grow together fully to where we need to be. But for past preparing, yes, I'm preparing now, and I'm ready. So,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Without a doubt, without a doubt. And I think you would be a prize, of course. And you're looking for a man that's in covenant with the Most High. Is that right?
absolutely.
Yeah. Now, when I say, excuse me, I hit that. When I say you looking, other words, you going about your business because the man will find you,
Yes.
in that, right? But your heart is open to the things and being in covenant, someone that can, you will be able to aid and help them in the journey, and y'all can grow together as a cod. Is that right? In that,
Yes.
so you know and I know that those special things out there is like what somebody desires, and maybe somebody will come across this and know those things, and understand that whatever it is, and there may be other young men or other young women that feel the same way, and maybe not see, because sometimes we don't see a whole lot of people that we come in contact with will be able to uh, walk it out or share what we share, And one of those things is the Father, you know. They may have a lot of ideas, but they may not have that particular ideal in that. So we want to be able to make sure that all those things come about and that we be able to share those in that. So it's on the plate. Just go to the website, send me an email, and on that. But all right, what a time. Okay, let me see. I got a couple more. How much time we got here? Okay, we maybe have a couple of more here. Let's say role model. Okay, how did you stay motivated during tough times?
Oof. I don't know if I actually stayed motivated. I just kept looking at the bigger picture.
Uh huh.
Honestly, it was hard. I mean, times where like I didn't know what was gonna happen. I didn't know where I was heading, but I always try to remind myself every day, even when I wake up and when I go to bed. I'm trying to make it to New Jerusalem. I'm trying to make it to New Jerusalem. I'm trying to just make it. I'm trying to. When I have a family, I want to be able to lead my children. I want to be able to lead them in that right path. I'm trying to get there to where I can have a family to, teach them and stuff like that. So when I do feel like I want to give up or quit or I can't do it anymore, I just remind myself of the bigger picture. Yahweh, Yeshua, everyone went through something, but they pushed and they got to their final goal, and
Hmm.
that's what I remind myself every day. Like if they can do it, I can do it. So,
All
but it's
right.
definitely the will of the Father that's been pushing me through everything for sure.
Yeah. Yes. All right. So you would like to have children as well?
Yes, I will.
Yeah. You have a. Well, so what? Do you have a number? Do you have a
Oh yeah,
number?
set
Huh?
number,
A
set
set
number
number? A number
two,
seven?
number two.
Number two?
One of those. Like,
So did you have to change your mindset also?
about having children.
No, change your mindset about when you was trying to be motivated.
Oh yes,
Think differently is what I'm saying.
yes.
Yes. Okay. All right. All right. What about you, though, brother?
About staying motivated.
Yes. Yeah. During tough times. The short
Yes,
version.
I did.
It's a little too short.
There is just a lot to it. Really, just a compilation of the things I've already mentioned. It's just been really good to have the support structure, and my wife has been instrumental in this, and she's definitely my rib, and I'm so grateful to have her, and she's so close to my heart, and definitely a great encouragement to me. She helps me see through the fog sometimes. I
Yeah.
can't see.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that.
Absolutely. Ain't nothing like a good hair, man. You say she your rib, she's your beef rib, though, right? She.
Oh yes, of course. Actually, got some dinner right now, so yes, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that since we was on that part of that, maybe I get maybe we could do something. I can. Of course, we know as we know my wife, and y'all know as Mama G. I know that she is in the process of recovering. But it'd be good if I could get her somewhere on here. We could talk about those very things about marriage, right? That would be good, in that, and or just about anything. I want to get her on here soon, and maybe in this process, if not this month, maybe next month, or try to get her on here soon. But I think that is good. I seen um, your wife and how she supports you, and it's good. And even in the simile, how the husbands and the wives they really enhance one another, and I think that that's good. And I think to Zion, have you seen any examples of any couples that gives you an example what a marriage may look like that you say, wow, that's the way that I want me and my husband to be.
Yes. Yes, I have.
All
For
right,
sure.
what's some examples? I ain't gonna get you off that easy.
I think we can all see, for definitely you and Mama G for sure. I've actually had a lot of conversations with Mama G and
Okay.
her, giving me like the rundown of how even our marriage worked. And I was like, oh yeah, yeah, okay. I see.
Yeah.
Um, I'll also say Uncle Sid and Uncle Karika for sure as well.
Yeah.
I with all my heart, I love their relationship. It's so beautiful to me. So, and I can see how happy Miss Karika is. So, Mr. Sim must be doing something right,
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but
Well, you said she happy. I guess she got you food too,
it's,
huh?
yeah,
And
um,
the water, put something in
Yeah,
the water.
yeah, exactly. Trading
and
in that.
even Miss Christina and Uncle Anthony's as well.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing them, and even the talks I had with her, how she's building it and how they're working together and then making the relationship stronger. That's encouraging because not all relationships are going to be like, oh no, yeah, this is amazing, this is awesome, this is easy.
Mm-hmm.
No, there's going to be struggles, real struggles. Even like with my parents, adore the relationship, but there are real struggles, and just seeing that all kind of come together with everyone, with all of y'all, and how your relationships are in the walk as well. It's amazing. It's really inspiring too. I'm taking from each and every one of y'all with little different things for sure.
Yeah, yeah, that's good. To have a buffet like that where you can just get in there and take
Chop it
what you
up.
need, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
That's a good thing. And I like the way that you were saying uncle and auntie, and that's the way that you feel. Not so much that it's the assembly is aunties and uncles, but
Yeah.
that's something, yeah, that you feel that closeness, of family, and that is really really special in that to be able to see that, and to see it in every day. Like you go to their house, is that correct?
Yes.
You talk with them, you sit down, you eat with them, we share things together, we cry together, we struggle in the sense of trying to get through different things together. Is that right? But we
Yeah.
always let love build, and we let love shape that, and then we're still together. Praise God, we still together. So we
Absolutely.
always do that. Okay, can you? I think you might have did this in a sense here, but can you share any specific achievements or milestones uh, that you really proud of?
Um, like in general,
Yeah, just in general. Yeah. Uh huh.
well, I did not graduate yet,
Uh
but
huh.
academically, I'm doing a lot better, and I am feeling super confident in that as well. I also feel like, because this was an issue for a while, I'm not sure if everyone's aware of, but regarding the people in the assembly, I feel like I I have this closeness with all of them. Like I see all y'all's family, and that's something I struggled with for a very long time because
Mm-hmm.
trusting, and we jumped from a lot of different places and it just never felt like family. So I was kind of scared to open up about it. But I could say with so much confidence now that I love my family and I see y'all as someone I can go to and count on. And that's honestly for me the biggest achievement this year,
Hallelujah.
because
Yeah.
you don't know how much you need a family in this walk. You can't, I mean, I'm sorry, but you can't do it by yourself. You need that support system with you. And I'm so glad that I can now see that and feel it in my heart as well. So
Yeah.
that's all my achievements. That's the biggest one for me. Like I'm gonna end it right there too.
Well, I love that one, and oh man, I love that one. I really really do, because that's, that's the heart of things, and of course that's the growth, and then it won't be long before, of course, you be graduating too. So give you a couple of weeks and you be graduating yourself,
Next
and
week.
so yeah, huh?
Next week.
Next week. All right. Okay. Absolutely. What about you, my brother Sid? Was you listen? Did you fall asleep, or you okay over there?
I'm awake.
Okay.
At
All
least I
right.
think I am. So, um, would you mind giving me another shot at the question?
Oh man. So you was listening, right?
It was halfway in there.
Yeah. So what is? Can you share
So
some
I'm really
specific
proud of.
achievements? Yeah. Uh huh. Go ahead.
Pulling your leg.
Okay.
Yes,
All
sir.
right.
So, I'm oof, thanks for the spotlight moment. The I guess just keeping my word and doing my best to follow through and
Uh huh.
just really bring things to completion. I've been doing my best to do that, and if I said something I'm going to do it, then I do it, and not just saying things just to say them, but actually meaning what I say and actually putting my effort into things. That's I'd say I think I'm making improvement in that area, so I'd say I'm proud of that.
Okay. All right. Absolutely. Okay. We'll move quickly here. Uh, we go back to Zion. How do you maintain a positive attitude and a sense of purpose when you facing challenges?
Um, you know, a lot of advice from my mother.
Mm-hmm.
She knows better than anyone when I set my mind to something, I really do want to do it. But along me wanting to do it with any goal, I give myself unnecessary anxiety, unnecessary, thoughts in my head for, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. But I know I'm gonna get it done. But the way to get it done is not the healthy way to get it done. So I would say definitely talking to her about it. She gives me great advice, and she's always telling me, talk to the father, talk to the father. He,
Yeah.
he'll
Yeah.
calm you down. He'll calm you down. Open your Torah, read your Torah. It'll calm you down.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And yeah, it works for sure. And I can keep a focused mind and continue on with what I want to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. What about you, my brother?
About unexpected opportunities.
Uh huh.
Um,
Well, maintaining a positive attitude though, and a sense of purpose.
yes,
Did you need me to repeat it?
that'd be good. Yes, sir. So, I guess in terms of maintaining a positive attitude, it's just really come through the encouragement that where Yah's leading us and all the lesson, all of the struggle is for good. Just believing that it will be good in the end. That even if it is a challenge now, that it's not always going to be, and that there's always a purpose in continuing through to complete something, and not just giving up in the middle or seeing that it's too hard. So that's always been really a good place for me to find encouragement. That if this is just me here, that if Yah has allowed something to begin for me, that it also he'll help me go through it. It won't happen to be on my strength if I believe it's of him that I believe we can even get to the end of it. Like he wouldn't call me to what I can't do. So that
Right,
just gives
right.
me a good mindset.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, that's beautiful. Well, one of the things is I want to Zion. What I want you to do is, if you can, just give us, just share your heart before we get ready to close. And I know it's sort of I appreciate you because a lot of it, even though I sent you some questions because I wanted you to pre-look at those things, but I think you did such an outstanding job. And I want you just to whatever just share whatever you desire to share, to maybe to I think in the summary of all the things that you had said, but to build up and have somebody encouragement that may be in a place that where you are at now and the things that you would go through, to kind of encourage them to keep going in that. And I think it would be something that will be beneficial. And as they listen to what you have to say, is that something that you feel comfortable doing?
Yeah, that's no problem.
Okay, all right.
Um, from from what I've went through and from what I believe in, number one, if you're still around my age or young, definitely listen to your parents and heed their advice and always follow what you need to hear and listen to your teachers as well. For me, it is more Tony, and I would definitely say when you feel life is getting hard or when you feel like you you can't truly embrace Yahweh or Father Yah, you can. Like, trust me, you can. I know it's hard. I've been through it, I'm still going through it. Sometimes it feels like I'm so far away from knowing the truth or I'm so far away from his embrace, but you're a lot closer than you think. As long as you have an open heart and you truly trust and believe in Father Yah, then you're going to be just fine. And definitely, take time to study and to learn and be open to hearing criticism from your teacher or from your parents. Don't be afraid to take that feedback from them when you are kind of, going away a little bit. So I say definitely listen to your parents and your leaders for sure. And just know that you're never alone. You're never truly alone, even when there's no one around you. You are never truly alone. And that's something that I learned and I'm still learning. And it's definitely helping. I feel closer to the Father and I feel like me and my parents' connection and me and my teacher's connection has been stronger than it's ever been. So that's what I would definitely want to say.
All right, outstanding. That's an awesome situation, and in that I'm so glad. I want again. I think when I started out, you was excited about coming on and having a heart to come on like that, and you never know. I have to get you right back here real quick in the future. That's the family right there. I get you real back real quick in the future and continue to want you to continue to grow and we love you there and I love you so very much. So just continue to hang in there and I think you're doing well. And uh, so it's going to be a great situation. So it's more to come. So the Father has much more for you. And those that are in the room, we are going to get ready to wrap it up in that. And thank you again. And Sid, thank you for hanging in there with us. And appreciate you so very much. Thank you. So next week we'll see who's gonna be on the hot seat, huh?
Yeah.
We'll see who's gonna be on the hot seat for next week. And love you very much, brother. Did you have anything before we close it out?
Those are just real good words. I like what she said about not being alone. So, get yourself in a community where you can grow. Belief is just the beginning. You got to put it into action.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. All right. Well, shalom to the whole house of Israel.